So I get it, and I don't think anyone's actually contesting that. That's not what the problem is. The problem is, ironically, the controversy is within the environmental community itself, who are usually all on the same side of an issue like this. Lithium is causing a split between environmentalists and indigenous people. In March, Lithium Americas, which is a big company in the space, moved into a beautiful mountain pass to start digging for lithium years after legal battles. In one hand, you have the ecological devastation that mining causes that we just went through, that geodiversity, by destroying all that geodiversity in an area. And in the other hand, you have a critical component in electrifying the transportation industry and cutting carbon emissions. So as a reminder, transportation accounts for the largest portion of total US greenhouse gas emissions at 29%. Right, so this is a big, huge chunk. It's a big deal, electrifying transportation. So some environmentalists would say that we should mine the lithium. Others say that we should just drive less or use less items that require us to pull up these metals and minerals. I don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah, like biking, right? Biking, golf carts, I don't know, trains. Like
so in terms of drive less, like the mass transportation,
I was going after the drive.
They're also saying like all the stuff, like away from transportation, all the things that we are pulling up minerals for, that should be governed a little more.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we listed light bulbs, smart devices, right? And there's a huge list there of products that require metals and minerals that we are extracting from this earth.
But none are as large as batteries that are required to run electric cars. I mean, let's not.
Transportation is 29% of the carbon emissions.
Yeah,
I don't know about metals used.
No, but I'm going to assume here. I think this is I feel like it's a good enough assumption to say that a bigger battery uses more minerals overall. I mean, it would be kind of wild if an iPhone and a Tesla have the same carbon footprint with regard to its like the creation of its lithium batteries.
From a one-to-one comparison, sure. I don't know, but if I mean, I don't know what the point you're actually trying to make, because the comment that the environmentalists made was that, yes, we can do mass transit, right? Drive less. And I assume that means mass transit or other modes of transportation. And fine, I guess then there it would be that, yeah, if we used less lithium ion batteries for electric vehicles, fine. But then their other comment was use less products that require mining. And that sounds like an enormous bucket. And that's because you compared iPhones to car batteries, and then that one-to-one, like I honestly don't know, because yes, a car battery versus a smart device, those two side by side, I imagine the car battery uses more just because it's bigger. But how many more phones are there than cars? I have no idea.
Yeah, well, that's that. I mean, yeah, of course, that's what you probably need to measure up in order to make the true comparison. But I'm just going to go out on a limb, and knowing the size, or at least I know what I know of a Tesla battery. I mean, you're probably looking at. You're right. I mean, I don't want to throw out a number, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 1,000 phones to each Tesla battery kind of thing, because a phone's battery is so much. I mean, it's just a lot less material than what you would need to run an electric vehicle. That's all I'm getting at.
All right. Well, not to get bogged down on that.
No, it's not too bogged down. I'm just saying that's important. It's important.
Yes, it is. It's important to know that the electric vehicles themselves require significant lithium, if not other materials, but lithium specifically, because that's the focus of here.
I guess what I'm getting at is just to say that if you were to go at it with a solution, the easier solution is to drive less than to necessarily say we need to like cut back on overall products using lithium batteries. Because I'm just saying, if there's one product in particular that is like an outlier in terms of how much lithium is required to run it, I would figure you go after that as opposed to just saying we have to go after the entire market. I feel like you'd make.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, it's centered around lithium because of the next part I was just about to get to, because there is this conflict. But if you did say, okay, you know what, we're not going to mine that lithium, and because we don't want to be dependent, we're not going to switch to EVs. Instead, we're going to invest in mass transit infrastructure, and let's just say that for whatever reason that doesn't require lithium batteries, which I have no idea how that works. I don't know what materials that needs, and is that going to be a whole nother thing? Okay, it's not lithium now, it's this thing.
Okay,
I have no idea.
That's fair.